You can edit. I'll just do a little bit because I want to lukewarm. So. Just adding a little bit of water. Off my filter. Take some out. Clear it out. You want to look at the measurement? It's going to be 160 grams of the starter. Now.
Lady, you are the best mom ever.
Okay, that's close enough.
The starter needs to float when you put it in the water. If it doesn't, it sinks. You can leave it for a couple minutes and see if it floats up on top. That's how you check to see if your starter's ready to make and to use for the bread. If it, this one's gonna be 800, and this is gonna be 200 for 2 breads. And then we're just gonna mix it together. Gonna let it rest for a couple minutes. Like 10 minutes, and then I'm going to add the salt to it. And the salt will be 24 grams of salt. 5 grams of the dark rye flour, organic. Okay. And it's going to be 50 grams of the bread flour. There, it's close enough. And then it's going to be 50 of the lukewarm water.
usually get a chopstick. I get a chopstick in, just make sure it just mix it. Make sure everything is mixed. That's it. All the flour is incorporated. And then you'll just, that's it. Salt. Sprinkle it. There we go. It's okay. 1 gram here, there. It should be fine.
Oh my god!
And then I'm gonna wear a glove. I'm gonna sprinkle. Sprinkle a little bit. And then I'm gonna start mixing this out and the dough. So this is gonna make 2 loaves of bread.
How long do you mix for?
Just for a couple minutes. Just when you mix it together for a couple minutes, and then you're gonna let it rest covered for an hour. And then after that, it's gonna be the stretch and folds. And for the stretch and folds, it's gonna be, you're gonna do 4 times, 25-minute breaks in between. So after an hour of resting, I'm gonna do my first stretch and pull. So you just pull it up and then fold it and then rotate. Pull it and rotate. And rotate. And then it's gonna get tighter and tighter as you do it. And then when you feel like it's hard for you to stretch, it's almost time to let it rest. It's getting shinier. You don't want to rip the, like how I just did. That's okay. And then as you do it, it's going to be smoother and smoother how it looks like that. And then we're going to let it rest for 25 minutes, and then we're going to do another stretch and fold 4 times. The same process, and then at the end of the 4th stretch and fold, you're going to let it rest for 4 hours. And it has like air bubbles already coming through. And it's glossy, it's smooth. So it's our last stretch and folds. And then we're gonna let it rest for 4 to 5 hours. And then we'll start shaping it. And then putting in the Benettonin and letting it rest in the fridge for overnight for tomorrow's bake. And that's it. 4 hours. After 4 hours, it's gonna rise, and I'm gonna pump it. I'm gonna split it and start forming my loaves. Just there we go. And then I'll just open it up. There's other ways of folding it, but I like to. There's one. Just tighten it. And I'm gonna let that sit for 30 minutes, and then afterwards I'm gonna do it one more time and then put in the Benetton. So in 30 minutes we'll come back to it. So after 30 minutes it rise again, and we're gonna do it one last. We're gonna shape it and we're gonna put in the Benetton. So I just flip it over. I open it. I don't open it a lot. And there's all the air bubbles in it. Let me flip it. And nice and tight. You don't want to pop it. And I put a little damp paper towel underneath the Benetton, and I flip it over, and I can just tighten it. So that's it, and close it, and that's it. And then you put it in the fridge for overnight, and then tomorrow morning we bake it. You're gonna need that, the blade. You can use these from Amazon, or you can do parchment paper. That works too. So the next day, after it's been in the fridge overnight, I'm just gonna, it's the easier way. Center it, flip it, and I'm gonna dust it a little bit. Looks perfect. Let's do a little cute design.
Cute design is very important to the
Yeah,
integrity of the bread.
of course.
It just wouldn't taste the same without it.
Nope, it would not. Aesthetically, it needs to be pretty. Okay, let's make it a little bigger so it doesn't tear. And I'm gonna put it in the oven. And I do it as 490. It all depends on your oven. I put these in so they can heat up as well. So I put it in and then I turn on the oven until it's fully ready at 490. You can do 500. It all depends on your oven. Mine, for some reason, 500 was too high, and so 490 for 30 minutes, closed. And then in 30 minutes, I remove the top and do it 460 for like 15 minutes. It all depends on the coloring, and that's it. So 30 minutes is up now. And we are going to remove the top. And it looks like this. And I'm going to change the temperature. To 460. And do it for like 10 minutes. Okay, so 15 minutes is up, and then we get this, the final product. Good luck.